The highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has a new date. They'll face off in AT&T Stadium on November 15th. That fight was originally scheduled for July.
The arena was pulsing with energy, fans on their feet, and the lights blazed as the legendary boxers went head-to-head with each other. Mike Tyson, the boxing legend, fought brash social media star turned powerhouse boxer Jake Paul in an electrifying match this year. The arena was full of tension and excitement because it was not an easy or regular match. Today, we'll dive into the highlights of the match and discuss who managed to emerge victorious and what this clash meant for both fighters' legacies. However, before we get to the main event, let us set up the scene.
Hey, yeah, come on, fuck Jake Paul. 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 I like that shit. Yeah. Hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the fuck out.
Jake Paul, an unpredictable online and YouTube star turned powerhouse of a boxer, had been causing a stir while challenging the traditions of the sport. He had overnight success, taking on well-established fighters and making his name stand out in the boxing world. This happened in a very short time, which further solidified his name in the sports world. His opponent was Mike Tyson, a former heavyweight champion but also one of the fiercest fighters in boxing history. Tyson's name alone evokes legends for volatile knockouts and unmatched fertility in the ring. This clash of generations was not an ordinary battle. It was a fight that blurred the lines between celebrity and sport. The boxing world was ablaze with excitement as the hype built up. Online, the fans debated on the possible winner of the match, putting Tyson's experience with Paul's youth. The expectations were high and the stakes were even higher. Would Jake Paul's youthful agility and determination be enough to overcome the raw power and legendary experience of Mike Tyson? The question was on everyone's minds as fans filled up the arena. The energy in the arena was tense and palpable. The bell rang, and just like that, the fight was on. Jake Paul came out strong, looking to assert his dominance with quick jabs and even swifter footwork, moving around looking for hits.
You're older than he is, but you are Mike Tyson and he isn't.
Exactly. I started to manifest. Thank you. I started Jake Paul off.
His strategy was to establish his range and keep Tyson in the bay. Mike Tyson, however, seemed to be waiting to unleash his power. The fans held their breath while awaiting the boxer who would make the first move. The tension in the air was thick, and the crowd could feel it. Exactly who would be the one to begin the match and land a significant blow? As the first round unfolded, Jake got into a few quick jabs. He was not just here to take punches, he was here to prove that he deserved to stand with the best. Each of the jabs met with cheers and excitement from the crowd, but Tyson was not going to sit back and take these punches. In true Tyson fashion, he fired back with his signature head movement and counters, reminding everyone why he was still a legend in the sport. This constant back-and-forth action had fans gripping the edge of their seats, eager to see how this match would play out. As the rounds progressed, the match became absolutely brutal, and Tyson's pressure grew intense and even harsher. He went on to unleash a barrage of powerful punches, silencing the crowd, who looked on with great anticipation. Would Jake be able to withstand that kind of brutal force? Just a few moments later, everyone got their answer, as Jake proved himself to be resilient, using clever footwork and strategies to stay in the fight. The crowd went wild. It was loving every second. They could see the passion and determination of both fighters, making this a contest to remember. As the match continued, Tyson's strategy became clearer. He had begun to ramp up the pressure, perhaps sensing his win and expertly managing to read Jake's movements. The crowd could feel escalating tension. Tyson, the tactician, unleashed his signature peekaboo style, slipping in punches and crushing his opponent with hooks, his fists battering Paul like iron rams. At this point, it was solidified that Tyson was trying to close the distance, as well as letting his opponent feel his raw power. Another one of the main turning point came in round 4, when Tyson unleashed his devastating fury. An absolutely brutal and crushing uppercut sent Paul crashing to the canvas, leaving the crowd in a chokehold. The arena was full of tension.
Well, just come to the fight and you'll see. Listen, I started Jake off and I'm going to finish him.
The question on everyone's minds was wondering if Paul would be able to go on. Could he survive this vicious onslaught by the legendary and the wicked boxer? The arena erupted, going crazy as Tyson raised his arms, thinking that victory was near. However, with incredible resilience, Jake Paul got up, proving his determination to the entire world.
I'm definitely a little bit scared. You know, this is the toughest fight I've had to date against the most experienced opponent. It's at heavyweight, and Tyson's dropping people in sparring. He looks the best shape and the strongest he's ever been, is what his coaches are saying. And so I know on November 15th, it's going to be a war.
He was not an ordinary YouTuber. He was here to win. The audience could not believe it. Everyone was buzzing and thrilled. The match was so unpredictable that no one could predict the winner. After knockout, Jake refused to return and pleasantly surprised the crowd. The tension was palpable, and fans gripped the edges of their seats, wondering exactly how this fight would progress. In later rounds, both fighters dug deeper. It seemed that Tyson sensed a finish. Thus, he unleashed a flurry of punches. Fortunately, Jake's agility and endurance managed to make him a brilliant opponent to Tyson and keep him in the fight. Every punch, every dodge met with many cheers from the crowd. This was not just a fight. It was an exhibition of power and passion. The crowd knew that they were witnessing something special, a clash of generations and legacies. As the rounds progressed, the fight became a brutal effort to wear the other down. Each fighter traded punishing blows, which pushed the limits of human endurance. Both fighters were exhausted, and their faces were swollen with blood staining their gloves. Each punch from Jake had Paul's wobbling. Even Jake was pushed beyond what he was used to, but his resilience kept him going. As the final rounds approached, the tension reached its boiling point. Both fighters gave their all, landing brutal blows that left the crowd on edge. Paul's speed and agility allowed him to stay competitive, but Tyson's power and experience made him a constant threat. As the final round approached, the atmosphere became electric. The judges' scorecards hung dangerously in balance and had everyone in a chokehold. Would Jake's speed and agility secure a stunning upset? Or would Tyson's raw power and experience prove too much? The outcome was uncertain, but one thing was clear. This epic showdown would be an unforgettable clash between generations and legacies. The debate raged on the following. Can newer celebrity boxers hold their own against legends? Will this match help cement Paul's status as a serious boxer? Or will it just solidify Tyson's legacy as one of the greatest? The boxing world buzzed with excitement, analyzing every aspect and every little detail of the fight. The online world was on fire, with people sharing moments from the fight, making memes, and trying to make sense of all that had just transpired in the match. Despite all this being certain, this would be a battle for the ages, a timeless clash between absolute legends that would leave the boxing world talking for years to come. The question remains, who emerged victorious in this seemingly fantasy showdown? As the final bell rang, the two boxers raised their hands, showing respect for each other and their skills. This moment highlighted the great sportsmanship each one had, proving that, despite the fierce competition, mutual respect can still prevail. Judges' decisions were eagerly awaited. Who exactly would emerge victoriously from this epic battle? This is the established and legendary boxer Tyson. His fans were brimming with the happiness of the fighter, which has remained true to his reputation as a beast in the ring. Although Tyson may have come out on top, Jake was not crushed. Instead, he remained strong, saying that losses are a part of life and showing his character in the face of adversity. Jake also expressed excitement about a potential rematch with Tyson, hinting at the possibility of learning from this experience and coming back stronger. This fight was more than just winning. It was a battle of legacy, respect, and heart. Jake Paul, the controversial underdog, left the ring with newfound respect. Mike Tyson, he proved that age is indeed just a number, reminding the world of why he is a living legend. This showdown reignited the debate on the future of boxing. Are celebrity matchups here to stay? The boxing landscape is shifting, and the lines between traditional boxing and celebrity-driven events are blurred. This fight was more than just a spectacle. It was a glimpse into the future of sports. What did you think of this epic clash? Did Jake Paul earn your respect, or did Mike Tyson show that he's still got it? Let us know from the following comments. If you enjoy this breakdown, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fight highlights and analysis. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned for more incredible matchups as the world of boxing continues to evolve.